Here, thanks for tuning in for this episode of Old School and Bass with Big Tim. Today we're going to show you how to maintain your batteries, particularly how to add water to your batteries if you're still using the old wet cell. Now I have an AGM battery that I use for my cranking battery. I love these Optima batteries. If you're going to run a bunch of graphs and aerators and everything else, if you're a tournament fisherman, I definitely recommend the Optima 31 series batteries. They are phenomenal. You generally won't have any problems with them. They're top notch. You won't have to worry about losing charge. But my trolling motor batteries are wet cells. Why? Basically because they were a little less expensive. So we have to maintain them about twice a year. You want to check the water levels. So that's what we're going to do today. Now to do this, you generally only need, for these particular batteries, you need a good wide bladed screwdriver. I know it's a cheap screwdriver. I just keep it right here next to the boat. And what I like to use, you're supposed to use distilled water, but I like to put it in just a standard old water bottle because it's a lot easier to get in there and maneuver this thing in the boat. Just so much easier. So what you do, first you see my Optima battery. That's my cranking battery. That controls my motor, that controls my graphs, live well, recirculation, bilge pump, all of that stuff. The only thing that these wet cell batteries is for the trolling motor. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is locate your trolling motor batteries. They have these little screw lock notches on them. Actually, take that back. The very first thing you want to do is disconnect your charger. I run my charger all year long. I'm connected to it constantly. It does a maintenance cycle on these batteries, and that seems to be what I've found to keep your batteries the longest. Now, doing that, you need to make sure that you check the water in them. So, you just unscrew them one at a time. You'll have 6 of these per battery. So you want to make sure you check every one and fill it up appropriately. It's that simple. And you just put the screw back on. Now I've got a bunch more of these to do, but that gives you the general idea about it. So I hope you learned something today that is going to save you a little money and keep you on the water longer. Now, checking the water level in your batteries is something you probably ought to do twice a year, unless you have AGMs, in which case you don't have to worry about it at all. But you have 6 of those per battery. If you have 4 batteries, that'll be 24 little slots that you had to fill up with water. If you only have 3 batteries that are water-based batteries, you'll need to do 18. So you want to fill them up and check it, like I said, about every 6 months. Me, I want to start it at the beginning of the tournament season, about at least 2 weeks before the tournament season starts. That way I can check and see if I have any problems with any batteries or anything like that. Then again, I'll check it later on in August, somewhere in there, so that I'm good to go for the fall bite. But this should help you out and hopefully keep you on the water longer. And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.